your perspective, as we were discussing before, 2021 is upon us, and the more prepared we are, the more we'll feel ready and be able to take on the challenges that lie before us. To create another system very much focused around that mindset and emotional well-being, because as I say, mindset and emotional well-being are the foundations of well-being, as we're discussing last night, and the book by Carol Dweck on mindset is definitely one to read, because ultimately where our mindset is more in our control than perhaps we think. And my slides have been hacked. So this is our ecosystem of mindset and emotional well-being, and it starts with understanding what your starting point is. We're always at a different point in time, and then we move through focusing on reset. So when things become quite stressful and we're in the emergency room, it's good to have some reset tools so that we can press that reset button and help calm down our nervous system. Then we move on to awareness, so really understanding our autopilot, so that our autopilot can work for us. Often our autopilot is operating unchecked. And then we move into concentration and attention, and really tools to be able to enhance our concentration muscle. I mean, research shows that people struggle to concentrate even for a minute. So there's a lot of work to do to strengthen our concentration at a time when there are some big challenges to solve, and we need to really be able to look after and manage where our attention goes. Sensations is all about the body, and being able to connect and understand the sensations in our body so that we can listen to our body. And then finally, thoughts and emotions, our mindset and our feelings, so we can channel that in the right direction. And this week, the next few days, we'll be sharing different tools to help you build your own well-being and resilience toolkit so that you can find equilibrium and get back to that state again and again. Because equilibrium or balance is something that we strive for. It's a great feeling when you're in balance, because that's when we're more creative, more decisive, more productive. And of course, everyday things will come along that will attempt to push us off of balance. But if we've got our toolkit, we can leverage that. We can get back into balance when we need to. So I want to leave you with a few quick tools that you can apply every single day. So the first is controlled breathing. There's a great book to add to your growing reading list called Breathe. But controlled breathing is something we can use to reset our bodies. So in those moments when we're feeling overwhelmed, when we're feeling stressed, when we can't think, we're in the state of fight or flight, and all of the energy is focused on getting out of that system. By breathing in a controlled way, we can reset our nervous system and free up energy to be able to think more clearly and make decisions on what to do next. So this one is the 4-7-8 breathing technique, and you can try this. Let's try this now. So the way it works is you breathe in for 4, hold for 7, and then breathe out for 8. So let's do that together. So breathe in for 4, hold for 7, and then breathe out for 8. Try that one more time. Breathe in for 4, hold for 7, and breathe out for 8. And use this tool today to see if you can get into the habit of resetting your nervous system so that you can think more clearly. Another tool which is great, fits into that sensations area, is all around our connection to nature. You know, as Deepak Chopra once said, we're not separate from nature, we're part of nature. And I love this quote: the trees are our lungs, the rivers our circulation, the air our breath, and the earth our body. But what can you do to actually connect to nature on a day-to-day basis? So research shows that So this is kind of challenging. Okay, nobody touched the slides. And so the research shows that walking in nature, particularly amongst trees, improves our mental health by 50%. And so doing that on a daily basis is going to be really good to support our mental well-being. I play the grounding game every day, and this is something which is super easy to do. And I've done it this morning. You literally take your shoes and socks off, stand barefoot on the earth or on the sand, and allow yourself to connect to the earth. You'll find that has a huge impact on your well-being and how you feel if you do that on a consistent basis. And then finally, from a mindset point of view, the gratitude game, there's a lot of research that shows the benefit of focusing more on the positives or the things that we're grateful for on a day-to-day basis. It helps us see the world or look through a lens of balance, because we are predisposed as human beings to focus on the negative, and which means that we can easily see things in a very dark way. But by focusing on the gratitude, or playing the gratitude game every day, and we can focus on some of the small things, not just the big things that we're grateful for, but just the small things like the inconsequential things that you may take for granted. And if you focus on those and make a list of those every day, a list of 5 things that will help you achieve more balance in your mindset and interrupt thoughts of negativity before they take over and you go down a path. So that's it. There's lots of things that are out of our control at the moment, or it certainly feels, as we were talking about last night, a lot of uncertainty, and that's always been the case. But there is also a huge amount that we are in control of, a huge amount. And even though, and I love this quote by John Kabat-Zinn, you can't stop the waves, but you can learn how to surf. And by building your own resilience and well-being toolkit, you'll have the tools that you need to be able to surf. Because if you go into the ocean and you don't know how to surf, that's scary. But if you've learnt, then you can take on the waves as they come through, and the bigger the waves, the more prepared you are. So this week, we'll have a number of different wellness sessions. We've got one this afternoon, one tomorrow morning, and one the day after, where we've got different people coming in, sharing their areas of expertise, their tools, and hopefully some of those things will connect with you, and you can apply those in your own life. So thank you for your time, and let me now hand over to Christina and to Lisa.
How do you clap?
Just four people clap.
I think one thing we've got to learn is how to make facial expressions, because it's hard enough when you're presenting to no one, but then when you're presenting to an audience of faces that don't change, that can be quite challenging. Oh, is that someone smiling?
Yeah, sorry, Jamie. I had mics muted on all different places. Sorry. Hey, everyone, can you jump back onto Zoom?
Okay.
We're gonna get kick-started there. Thank you, Lawrence. That was awesome.
Amazing. Thanks.
Cheers.